Welcome to the Gargi Arya show, a place to help you live a life that you can be proud of and create a life and business that you love. And today we have a very inspiring and special guest with us whom I know since last 1 or 2 years. And you know what? Her energy is really very awesome. Her aura is so powerful. And you know, she is a TEDx speaker. She's a woman career growth coach. She's ICF certified life and career coach, NLP Master Practitioner, emotional intelligence coach, YouTuber, podcaster, content creator, and whatnot. And she's on this beautiful mission to help working professionals in their personal branding, in their career growth. And you know, it's such an honor and a pleasure to have you on this show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Gargi, for having me here. It's my pleasure, it's my delight to be here and talking to you. And so much you have said about me. I was also astonished कि ये मैं ही हूँ या is it someone else? So thank you so much for that introduction. Yeah.
Awesome. So, like my first question to you is, what was that triggering point in your life which, like, basically gave you the path of helping people?
Which was a triggering part of my life, which gave me the path of helping people. I think what happens is, and it may sound like a very cliche dialogue, but what happens is someone who has seen the struggle knows the pain and knows the sorrow, right, of going through it, and does not want anyone else to go through it. So we are not God. We can't say that we want the world to be a happy place and we want everything to be hunky dory and fine. But I think, yeah, I started with this mission of being a woman career growth coach because of two reasons. Obviously, once because I had to restart my life all over again after a good setback which had happened in my life, and and as they say that at a particular age, when you are at that age, 35 plus 36 and stuff, people say that especially for women, they have a very stereotypical comment made that is umar mein kya karogi, like would you want to restart your life, it's very difficult and stuff. So I was at that juncture of my life where I felt that pain that I have to restart. Having 20 years of experience as well, I had to rebuild myself, not with respect to my career, but with respect to my own healing, with respect to my own self understanding myself, right? So I felt that pinch that I'm struggling so much, and had it been that someone would have been there in my journey, probably that journey would have been a little smooth. I'm not saying it would have been a smooth sail, but little better, because you have someone with you. While my friends were there, a lot of people were there, but maybe not like a proper guardian or a proper mentor or coach. I think that really was my first instinct, to kind of give back to the world, give back to the society. I've been blessed by God, Ganpati Bappa, and maybe I just wanted to give back that, in whatever capacity I can help people. Yeah.
Awesome. That is so inspiring that, like you mentioned in the first line itself, that someone who has gone through life, someone who has gone through that pain and sorrow doesn't want anyone to go through the same. And that's why people take up the stand up and, like they want to change their lives. And while impacting their lives, they also want to inspire and transform other people. Thank you for being on this mission to help people, because I feel few people are enough to change and make a difference in the world.
Absolutely, very much, very much. I think rightly said. I mean, not necessarily everyone would want to go in that journey, but even if we have few people, who are actually taking the baton in their hand and doing that, I think, yeah, the world will be a better place very soon.
Exactly. So, like, my next question to you is, when you started on this coaching journey, when you yourself started on this transformation, so,
Hmm.
like, basically, what were the challenges that you had to go through? And, like, what were your strategies to cope up through them?
In the coaching journey, you're talking particularly about a transformational journey. I mean,
Like, coaching journey.
okay, coaching journey. I think the biggest challenge was that, I wasn't the certified coach that time. While I have been into training and mentoring people for almost 22 decades now, more than 2 decades now, but I was not a certified coach. So when I started, the first thing, and that's exactly why I got into all these certifications that you just listed down. When I started and I was talking to people that, I want to help. So that instinctive thought came up that, ठीक है, I am तो going in my journey, but I want to help women, I want to help people. So when I started talking to people, understanding, everyone told me, but in what capacity will you do? Do you know anything? Do you, I mean, when you have to go to for a placement, they ask you, are you MBA? Have you done your engineering? All of that. So a lot of my friends and a lot of people told me that, what are you basically? Who are you and how will you project yourself? So I think that was the first challenge that, which I think I kind of combated in the very first year, or rather 2 3 months. I enrolled into NLP, and then through my NLP certification only, I got my ICF certification as well. ICF is International Coach Federation. So I learned under the mentor, and he only guided me through the entire certification. So that was there, and I did one by one. After that, I did multiple certifications around coaching. That was one challenge that, I think I overcome that in the beginning only. The second challenge was, Gargi, once that you are in a country particularly, and I'm sure it's everywhere, but in our country particularly, it's not just about having the credentials or having the certifications. It's also about how you market yourself, how you sell yourself. So, I realized that much later, that, being a coach is not good enough, being a trainer is not good enough, being a motivational speaker is not good enough. You have to be able to sell, you have to be a better salesperson than anything else. Otherwise, you'll just be giving free gyan and people will not listen. And it's not about free gyan also. Something which comes to you free, people don't even apply it in their life. And that is the reason why, you have to make sure that it's a proper process. You put them down into a coaching journey. Like I have now a coaching journey for 6 months, 1 year, whatever, with people. I have a certification process in my community. So all that I took a long time to develop, to be very honest. I mean, I wasn't in the sales mindset. I was in the service mindset, because I was working right throughout. So I was like, okay, let me deliver service, let me deliver, let me give all everything. Like I used to make content regularly. I used to put up posts. I used to come Insta live, do a lot of things. But and anyone who invited me to colleges, universities, I would go free of charge and I would do that. But then I was like, okay, wo to hai, but how do I market myself as a coach? I don't know. I did not know that. So I think that is when my journey of marketing and promoting myself started. I got to know some of my now mentors, who are now my mentors. So, then I started my journey of, I think, yeah, actually branding myself, so to say.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can totally relate with you because these are some of the common challenges that everyone faces on starting their coaching journey. Great.
Correct, correct.
So, like my next question to you is what, according to you, is the importance of a growth mindset? Like, people, they're always into that mindset ki I have always seen people in a mindset ki jahan zindagi leke jayegi wahi chal denge. But
Hmm.
it's not only about this. You need to have the power to create your own life, and for that, you need to start changing the victim state of yours. So, what, according to you, is victim mindset and growth mindset?
Very, very brilliant question, and you've put it also very well. Victim mindset is a subconscious that most of us are operating from. Okay, all our life, life happens at every stage. Unless and until you consciously take control of your life. So as a child, you go through a lot of things. Maybe you're in a peer circle which is not very good for you. Maybe your parents are not subconsciously, not knowing, unknowingly, they are uh, demeaning your self confidence. Maybe your teachers are saying something. Maybe as you grow up, maybe in corporates now we see. So, a lot of things are happening around us. But how do we choose to live life with that happening around us as well? That is what a lot of us don't do. That a lot of us are like, okay, we succumb to it. Either we give into it, and then we start blaming and whining and cribbing about it. So victim mindset, predominantly, if you have to categorize into actions, what actions do people do when they are in a victim mindset? They will blame on everyone. They will blame on the country. They will blame about the prime minister. They blame their parents. They will blame their teachers. Everyone. They will blame. They will whine about things. They will complain about things. They'll complain about how people are not liking them, how the job is so difficult, how the papers were set very difficult, and that's why I failed. All of that they will complain. So, but what I feel is that, when you're doing all of that, when you're blaming, complaining, whining, cribbing, your focus, your attention is going where? Outwards. It's going outside, not inside you. And I am very happy doing that. A lot of people are happy doing that. Okay, fine. I'll push the blame outside. But when you push the blame, is there something within you which is changing? Absolutely not. You're not changing. You're just being there. In fact, you're going down, even further down, because you're then also accepting that I am doing everything that the world is making me do. I'm like a puppet. I'm like a puppet ki, हाँ उठो तो उठ जाओ, बैठो तो बैठ जाओ, दुनिया मेरे साथ करा रही है. That is what I call a victim mindset. Growth mindset is, and if I have to compare with the victim mindset. So in opposite to that, contrary to that, growth mindset will be someone who will take charge. And simplest of things is take charge of your routine. That's what I keep saying always. Don't let if you can take charge of your time, like they say, who can manage their time, they can manage their life. Who can control their time, they can control their life. So simplest of things, don't talk about, I want to rule the world, I want to be the city emperor of the city, etc. That start with that basic things. And then you see that, you're controlling everything that you're doing. That's one. Second part of growth mindset is open to learning, open to feedback, open to exploring new things. When you are rigid in your mentality, when you are like, okay, nahi, ye to sadiyon se pratha chalti aa rahi hai. Unfortunately, our culture is very vast, but we are also victims of the culture where we are just blindly following things जो सदियों से चलती आ रही है प्रथा. So, and we don't question that. We have been told as a child not to question, never to question this, never to question that. Why does a woman not take care of her children and work both? All of those things, those prejudices come, and no one has taught us to question. So another growth mindset part would be open to feedback, open to explore, open to learn every single day. That is when you will truly be the power of making your destiny will be in your hand and not in someone else's hand. For me, that is very important. I love freedom, and I love that my life is in my control and not in someone else's control. That's why I feel that's a very important thing to do for everyone.
I agree with you. Since you pointed out about time management, I wanted to ask that, I believe that time management is not about, managing your time, but time management is more about focusing on the habits of what you are following. Because it's
Correct.
either your habits are either going to destroy you or they are going to make your life. So,
Absolutely.
like a lot of people, they struggle with this time and habit management, and that's why they are not able to win the day, because in order to win your life, your focus lies in the winning in the day, right? So
Hmm.
according to you, what are some of the management or time management things that people can start applying, and how do you yourself manage your time along with other responsibilities? Like you just told that you're also working, so how do you manage your coaching, time management, and then personal responsibilities, then working in office? So how is it all goes?
Um, Brilliant. Time management, like you said, Gargi, is about habit management. Absolutely, I agree with you. And that's the reason why, like they say, subconsciously, the most difficult thing for an individual to form is habit formation. Everything else you can get into. And that's the reason why, because that's the reason why nowadays we have those 21-day challenges or 30-day challenges coming up. And it's become such an in thing. I mean, back in the day, back in my time, I'm talking about my time now as if I'm like 50 years old. Not really, but yeah. Back in the day, we never had all these things because, one thing that I feel that, so I come from a background. My great grandfather was into army. My grandfather was into army, and I've spent most of my childhood with my grandparents. One of the things that I think I'm fortunate to develop from there is discipline. Again, discipline about habit formation, about getting up early in the morning, not like 3 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, getting up early in the morning, doing some early morning routine, doing some puja, doing, yeah, or maybe just putting up some, songs or bhajans of Lord, and doing that like little shuddhi जो हम बोलते हैं हमारे घर में करना. Then your rituals, like whatever your morning rituals you're following, physical activity, mental activity, spiritual activity. I think those habits are very important for me. I would say, you know starting point of everything is important, right? Like when they say, when the child is born, what you incept in that child from the very first day of his, or from the very first stage of his life, he grows up to become that. Similarly, your day also is like that. The starting point is very important. Someone who has not started the day, has started the day day with a haphazard, just got out of bed, snoozing the phone, and just rush to the office, you practically just losing your mind. You're actually not even thinking of what you really want to do. And there are a hell lot of people who are doing that till today, despite the fact that we talk so much about time management and all of those things. But I think an early morning routine, a habit of small habits. One is an early morning routine, but a habit of maybe paying attention to your physical health, paying attention to your mental health. A lot of people, eating disorders, why do they have? Because again, no habit, there is no habit that you formed. It's not that all your childhood you've been binge eating, or all your childhood you've been binge watching Netflix or whatever. It's about forming a habit, or telling your mind that this is what is supposed to be done, this is discipline. I like to quote this dialogue, or not dialogue, but I like to quote this thing that uh, motivation can get you started, but discipline is what can get you successful. I love to quote this whenever I meet, anyone who's struggling with, motivation. They say, Swati, you're motivating. I really follow you. अरे मेरे को आप 10 दिन देखोगे, 5 दिन देखोगे, 50 दिन देखोगे, but आपके साथ में आप हो. You're there with yourself, right? What is that you have formed with yourself? So I think, like I said, the discipline that has been formed right from the childhood for me, and now also, I mean, every time I pick up one habit and I make sure that I continue with it for a longest time, till the time that that habit is serving me. That is really really helping me to go ahead, and not about time management, it's just about habit management. No matter what happens, wherever I am, I have to do my gratitude journaling. Wherever in the world I am, I have to write down my goals. Wherever in the country or the world I am, I have to make sure that I meditate for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So those are basic habits which will get you to align with yourself, and just not just throw yourself out in the world. Be there with yourself at least for half an hour. You are most important to yourself. Then you start your daily routine, or you're jumping into the world, doing whatever you want to do. So I think that is very very important, Gargi.
Yes, so it's like you need to start the morning ritual. I have seen a lot of people. I used to be that person also, but now I have changed a lot. So, we used to snooze the alarm, and then whenever the eyes would open, first thing would be to open up the phone and check all the
Oh,
messages.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, but today, I'm thankful that my habits have changed. So it's like your power of the day, it starts with the power of having a morning routine.
Correct.
Okay, great. So everyone, if you aren't having a morning routine, make sure that you start small. Eventually, when you can get consistent with one habit at a time, then you move on to a lot of things. So
Absolutely.
my next question to you is, what's the importance of feedback in one's life? Because whenever someone takes up the courage to give feedback to someone, they might get hurt, they might feel that they are judged, they might, some of the people, they might even cry that even after doing so much, why am I not getting this response? So,
Hmm.
and there are also those people who actually don't give any positive feedback, but it's all about criticism. So how
Hmm.
to manage and see which feedbacks works for us and which
Hmm.
doesn't serve us?
Very nice question. Brilliant question, Gargi. And I think you have put two aspects or two facets of it. So first, I would say I'll answer your first question, which is why feedback is so important. And I'll give that again with my own example. So I say feedback is very, very important for everyone in life. The day when you stop getting feedback, you stop learning, you stop improving. Okay. And I've always believed in that. Good, bad, ugly feedback, whatever. Okay. I will go back in time 4 years, 3.5 years back. I started my YouTube channel. And trust me, today, if you ask me, Swati, do you want to go back and see your own video? I'll be like, no. It's the most pathetic thing I have ever done in my life. But I did that because of I was in the NLP coaching session and I was doing my coaching journey. And that time, my mentor, he told all of us, and there were 120 plus people in the room. Okay, I mean, in our batch, like it was a combined batch of stuff. So and he told all of us, he gave all of us this assignment as a coach, that now you need to, now you're certified, blah blah, you need to start your YouTube channel, you need to start your Instagram, you need to do publish promotions, etc., etc. And he gave us a whole list of activities. Me being me, impromptu, I jumped into it without knowing what will come in the, what will come from the world. I just made the video. And today, And out of those 121 people, by the way, today I can hardly point on 3 or 4 people who are doing that. The others are still procrastinating. Imagine 3.5 years, still procrastinating whether should I launch my first YouTube channel, YouTube video or not. Okay. So that's the first thing that, if you don't start, you will be left behind. The second thing, the feedback point was when I put my first video, I was very jittery. I mean, I did not know how to stand in front of the camera. Obviously, no one knows that, right? I mean, the maximum we could have done is click for a photograph or something. But now I was making a script, I was reading the script, I was using teleprompters, I had light issues, I had camera issues, I had standing, sitting issues, all of those, volume issues. Somewhere it's dark, somewhere it's light, somewhere it's golden hour, all of those things. Every video would get feedback, and I used to literally send it to people shamelessly. I used to send it to people. Today also I do that, but I used to literally send it to people, asking them for feedback, because I know I will see it. See, if I were to judge myself, I'll say, okay, fine, I'm doing good, right? Anyone will do that. Maximum will say, okay, thoda bahut changes karna hai. But if I see it from the other person's lens, and you are my audience, obviously I need to know from you. So I would invite my friends, I would invite my critics, I would invite other people, I would send it to hundreds of people. And then obviously my broadcast list also kept on growing. And people gave me really, some people were very nice, polished feedback. But like you said, you don't know. Sometimes people give you very ugly feedback also. How are you speaking? You're fumbling. This pronunciation was not good. This light was over your face. You should do a little bit makeup. All of those things people told me, okay? And stop using teleprompter. All of those things people told me. But you know what? That really, I'm so happy, I'm so glad, and I'm so thankful to those people. And I literally told them every time they gave me feedback that, you know what, Gargi, the person is taking interest in you and taking that 10 minutes or 5 minutes of listening to your entire video and telling me us particular second mein aapne ye bola tha, which means he is literally showing interest in seeing my video. For me, that is like a blessing in disguise. Had that person not given me that feedback, today I wouldn't have been so confident in front of camera. Now, today you tell me, teleprompter to chodo, I will not even have bullet points ready. I will just go on like that only, shooting. But I've come a long way because of the feedback. Had I not got feedback, I would be like, okay, fine, I'm the master of all art, and yeah, I can do it. But yeah, I think that is what feedback does helps you do. With respect to the negative feedback, which one should you filter, which one should you not? Like I said, there are a lot of people out there who will troll you, who will literally tell you. I have had people trolling on my post also. When I write things about women and empowerment and all that, people do troll. Some of my videos also, people have given very nice views. Some of them have given me strong woman, etc., etc. Some of them I said bullshit. This doesn't happen. All of that. So I would just send my love and respect to them. That's it. Because you know what? I know who I am. I don't need external validation. At some point in time, you need to learn to filter out and zoom out from the situations. I mean, I'm not. I hear all these celebrities also talking about it. I feel sometimes it's for us. It's so difficult when you look at some trolling messages. Imagine for those celebrities, if they are listening to all those things, it could be a nightmare for them. But the only way to deal with one, two, 10, hundreds of such trolls or such negative feedback or criticism, I would say, take whatever you think is legit, what you think can help for you. Like I said, the lighting, etc. Whatever you think you can work upon. The things which are their own prejudices, their own impressions about themselves. There are a lot of people who are jealous of you because they are not who you are, right? And they wish that they were you, but they are not. And that's the reason why they will send you such criticism, which is okay. You'll just send them love and say blessings. Thank you so much for the feedback. I will take care of it. That's all. I've never defended myself. I've never said, no, 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 because it is like this. No, 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 because it is like that. I've had people commenting on my gym videos as well. I used to put a lot of gym videos. Nowadays, I'm not doing that too much. In stories, sometimes I put, but I used to put a lot of gym videos there. Also, people will say, क्या फर्क पड़ा है? एक साल पहले भी वैसी थी. Now I can't show them I can't literally go and zoom into the weighing machine and show them, right? So I don't want to do that. I'm like, okay, fine. आप मेरी सेहत को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. आपको लग रहा है नहीं फर्क पड़ा है, कोई बात नहीं. I'm happily accepting that. No issues. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for answering it in a very, like profound way, in a simple yet profound way. So I think that's a message which goes to everyone, because a lot of people, they have this fear of criticism, they have this fear of judgment, and that's why most of them do not start. But to all of you who are still resisting, I hope you have got the best answer today, and the inspiration to start. Now that you have taken the motivation, as she said just now, that you need to have the discipline for it to continue. So make sure that small small steps से आप आगे चलते रहो. My next question to you is, like, you had recently been to TEDx, right? So would you like to share your experience here? How was your TEDx experience?
It was magical, Gargi. It was simply magical. Obviously, I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people who have become, you've also become a TEDx speaker before me, right? But it's magical. Why do I say? Because, something that you've been aspiring. And I literally said Shah Rukh Khan's dialogue as well after the TEDx speech when someone asked me this question, that I manifested my way through on the stage, on that particular stage. I've literally had visualized this for the last 4, 5, I don't know how many years. Whenever someone told me, "What do you want to become?" I want to become a TEDx speaker. I want to go up there and I know, want to address a gathering and I want to be on the TEDx platform, on the TEDx channel. I want to see my video. I mean, that's something which I've manifested, visualized every single day, day in and day out. And like they say, when you manifest something with true intention, the universe conspires to give that to you, right? So I think, yeah, it was just a deja vu moment for me. Like, I prepared my script and everything. They give you 18 minutes or 19 minutes, whatever, and I had my whole script prepared. The very first, I think 2 lines I was probably reading from, I was thinking that okay, script wise chal raha hai. Uske baad mein, it was just a repeat of whatever was going on in my mind. I was so comfortable in my skin. I was just there, and it felt, I mean, I got a thunderous applause from the crowd. I got a standing ovation from people. The students came up to me after. I mean, it was a gathering of, I mean, almost 700 odd children. It was a university, right? So yeah, so students came up to me after the session. They took, I was like a celebrity that day. They took slam book mein autographs. They were taking selfies with me. They posted everything on all over social media. Even the deans and the professors. So in the front 2, 3 rows, we had all the deans, academic heads, and all the senior professors who were sitting. They came up to me during lunch break in the evening as well, and they were like really applauding that, ma'am, truly a wonderful TEDx. This is a TEDx talk, TED talk. Like, we really are honored that, you came to us and all that. I think that day was 10th December. I will never forget in my life. Probably by far the best moment of best day of my life, where I felt like a true celebrity. I felt like Shah Rukh Khan. That's what, like, that was the only thing I could say. And people were like, camera, यहाँ से हट रही हूँ तो वहाँ camera लेके खड़े हैं. It was really magical. And I think also more than that, my only thing, like I said, my one of the goals, one of the wish list, the fact that, in your lifetime, you're able to complete your wishes one by one by one. I think I am truly blessed, I would say. I think I have done something really great in my life that I have been able to manifest that. And I really wish and hope for everyone that all your wishes come true. My only with this event of my life, I will just say कि शिद्दत से कुछ भी मांगो, वो आपको जरूर मिलेगा. तो आप गिव अप मत करना, चाहे कुछ भी आ जाए. ऑब्स्टिकल्स रास्ते में बहुत आएंगे ऑब्स्टिकल्स, लेकिन गिव अप नहीं करोगे ना, तो वो यूनिवर्स आपको देगा जरूर. तो ये मेरा लर्निंग है इस पर्टिकुलर एपिसोड के बाद.
I too had the same learning after TEDx, that किसी भी चीज का आप पूरे दिल से चाहो वो पूरी करना, तो
Why
आपको
not?
उससे मिलाने में लग जाती है. So
Absolutely.
like, I always used to feel before my own TEDx talk that TEDx पे सिर्फ वही जाते हैं जो बहुत famous होते हैं, या फिर maybe
Hmm.
they are very successful. But when
Hmm.
I was on that stage, the only thing that I felt was that it was a manifestation through a true intention, and that's why it got completed. And one more thing which I believe under manifestation is, वही चीज manifest होती है which you are, like, first is true intention and second is your hard work. So we can
Hmm.
imagine the kind of hard work you also have
Hard
would
working.
have done to get
Yeah.
the stage. Like, earning the stage is the best
One
thing. So
mistake.
congratulations for your TEDx talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And congratulations to you too.
Thank you so much. So my next question to you is, a lot of people, they are not even clear on their goals. Like
Hmm.
some people's lives are being controlled by other people. They are
Hmm.
just following what other people want from them, what their parents, what their, like society, what expects from them. So
Hmm.
apart from all of this, how can one actually gain the clarity on what it is that they really want?
I do a complete 1 day session on goal setting. Okay. So if you ask me to concise it into 2, 3 minutes, it's going to be very difficult. But yes, I truly believe that a lot of people, in fact, as per statistics, Gargi, it is mentioned that in the world, 99% people do not set and write goals. There's only 1% people who set goals and who write goals as well. So someone who comes to me first and says, Swati, I'm not able to do this and this, that, and whatever, my goals are not getting completed. The first question I ask impromptu is, okay, what are your goals? Where is it written? And he said, yahan likha hua hai. I'm like, okay, I know now why it's not completing. So the first thing is, I am a big preacher of, and that's why I say goal book and all that. I'm a big preacher of setting the goals in the right way, like you said, not in the wrong way, setting the goals in the right way, articulating them in the right way, and writing them down every single day. Okay. First, I'll talk about writing, articulating in the right way. So, like what Gargi, you also said right now, that, we are setting goals sometimes as children. We don't know. We are setting goals because our parents want us to become engineers or doctors and blah, blah, whatever. So we follow the path and we do that. And then we realize in a midlife, after doing engineering, after doing MBA, we land up into a banking job, we get paid good, but we don't know what we are doing. And there are so many such people I know, and I'm coaching them as well. Okay. There's so many such people. Midlife crisis किसको बोलते हैं, इसी को बोलते हैं कि आप कर तो रहे हो सब कुछ, but आपको नहीं पता क्यों कर रहे हो. You are not inclined towards it, right? So that is the result of not setting it properly or not setting it because of someone else. There could be many other reasons also. You may be setting the goal in a negative way, which means that away from, like, I don't want to lose my job, that's why I'm working very hard. So mind doesn't understand all those permutation combinations. You need to articulate it in a proper way. And like I said, it's a complete 1 day workshop that I do on telling people how, the ways to write your goal, the ways to manifest and write your goals. That is one. There are certain criteria to be followed, right? The second is, when you write that goal in an appropriate way, what is your purpose, what is your mission, etc., you then have to start writing it every single day. Why do I say write, and not just on your laptop? Okay, not even on your laptop, writing it down, because, and that comes from the NLP technique. Why? Because you're including all your senses when you're writing it down. When you're using your pen and paper and you're using your fingers to write, you're actually using your kinesthetic energy, your touch and feel energy, your senses. You're using your eyes, your vision. You're using your ears, your hearing senses, because you're also reading it out. You're also, somewhere you're also smelling. I mean, I like to write with a colorful pen, with some aroma pen and all that. So the more love you give to that, the more sensory organs you put into that, manifestation or your goals, the more your neural pathway becomes open. Ki हाँ ये तो मुझे करना है, कुछ भी हो जाए ये तो करना है. And automatically you see, then things will, the resources will come for you. You'll figure out the ways and means to do it. Like you said, TEDx, it looks like it came to us very easily, but no, there was a way. I mean, you have been shooting so many videos. So you're a young, I know you're the youngest one coach, right? You're the youngest coach in our community, and you've been putting up so many videos, so much work that you've been doing, so much certifications you've been doing. So all this has really is actually a hard work of all of that, which has combined. The TEDx has called you for that. It's a due credit. It's not something which is like given out of generosity or something, right? Similarly for me as well. I mean, I by now I have more than, what I was just going through the other day, I have more than 1,000 videos on Instagram, posts on Instagram. I have more than 350 odd videos on YouTube. I have, in total put together, I have more than 20,000 followers, which I have built over the years. So obviously there's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of consistency, showing up every single day, no matter what happens in your life. That is what the goal will let you do. If you have a real goal, if you really are able to articulate it in the proper way and write it down, it will drive you. You don't have to drive it, then it will drive you every single day. My goal book drives me, that, okay, Swati, get up, you have to do this, get up, you have to do this. So that is something which you need to really, really follow. And anyone who needs any more information on goal setting can ping me, I'll help you on that.
Yes, so what we can do is all these links will be put up there in the description. So, to those of you who really want to master this art of goal setting, do join our 1 day workshop. And also, in this journey, what's the one biggest lesson that you have learned?
Many lessons, Gargi. One biggest lesson, many lessons you I have learned. I think consistency. I call a lot of people call me consistency queen, and I, like I said, no one of the things that I learned is just being consistent is very very important. Small steps taken in the right direction will give you great results. But small steps. Don't try to jump up the gun. Don't try to jump for a big leap or something like that. You'll fail. You'll falter. You'll fall on your face and you'll say I can't do it. But yeah, small steps, being consistent every single day, motivating yourself every day is going to be a challenge. Life is not a smooth sail. Plus I think believing in yourself, the internal validation is very important. So I think what I have done as a part of my healing, I never used to believe in myself because a lot of people around me never used to believe in me. So I had obviously, put my belief system very, very down. I was really, really not believing in myself. This is the same Swati, and probably 8 years elder now than what I was earlier, right? I could have done much more that time. Physically, energetically, I could have done much more. But today I'm doing that only and only because of I have confidence in myself. I believe in myself, and I have the peace of mind to, to do all these things. So one of the biggest nice decisions I think I've taken is to cut out from all the chatter. Like I told you, I do not bother about. So I cut out consciously from all the chatter, whatever it is, my own people, my external people, whatever. I believe in myself, I believe in my God, and I believe that whatever I'm doing is in the true intent. I'm not doing it for just earning money or just earning fame or just earning whatever. I'm doing it with the true intent of serving to the world, and also my purpose is to become a better version of myself. And in the bargain, if I can help a few hundreds of people, I would be considering that my life is fulfilled. So I'm doing that with that intention. And I think one by one, things are just going on the journey. It's happening for me. So yeah, I think it's very important to have peace of mind when you're in the journey of success. It's also important to have peace of mind.
Amazing. And one more question which leads me to what you said right now. You know, there is so much happening in our lives, in the world. So a lot of people, they are not able to maintain this inner peace also. A lot of people are not even aware that there is a thing called inner peace. So,
Hmm.
like what according to you are some of the things that people can do, or what advice would you like to give so that people start realizing the power of their hidden potential? Because a lot of people, they don't believe in personal development, they don't
Hmm.
believe in working in themselves, and all they want to seek out for, they are seeking out in the outer world, not knowing
Hmm.
that they only have the key inside.
Correct. Uh, it's a whole again, Gargi. It's a very long question. It's a whole process, right? Because see, inner healing, or sorry, inner peace or inner self is basically you don't have that for many reasons. Like I said, maybe you've gone through. There's always a backstory to it, right? I mean, I come from that philosophy, and I've seen that as well. There is always, why is your self esteem low? If you're meeting a 30-year-old man or a woman, why is their self-esteem low? It could be multiple reasons. Maybe they've seen failures in life, maybe they've seen rejections, maybe their childhood has been really bad, maybe they have been mocked upon, bullied upon, maybe they have their own inhibitions, maybe their hierarchical, hereditary is like that. Maybe they've seen their mother or their father in that particular, we model those principles as well. So there could be multiple things. But I think, when it all starts, I'll just give a little cue, because again, this is a very, very vast topic, and I do a lot of healing around using NLP techniques on limiting beliefs and on removal of past phobias and traumas, etc. So, first you have to identify the reason, what is the backstory, and then you have to, kind of go back into the cure. Like a doctor, I can't give a superficial medicine and say, ये खा लो पैरासिटामोल सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. ये नहीं है. So आपको पहले diagnose करना पड़ता है. But in a nutshell, I would say that, whatever the inner chatter is, to shut it off and to believe in yourself, I think the first thing that you need to do is, and it's easier said than done, I know, I understand, I've seen people really really in bad state, and no matter how much you tell them affirmations karo, ya whatever, it becomes very difficult for them, because again, like I said, वो पहले का जो episode है उसको पूरा eradicate करना जरूरी है. but I think first you should believe, if you are spiritually connected, if you are, I'm spiritually connected. It's not like I sit in the mandir all day, not like that. But I'm spiritually connected. I believe that there is an Almighty. There is someone above. Universe मान लो, या law of energy मान लो, या आप God Almighty बोलो, या कुछ भी बोलो, या एक idol worship बोलो. But there is something above who has sent you on earth for a unique reason, for a unique purpose. So how can you be so bad, or how can you be so not confident, or how you can be so much naive that you're thinking that other people will tell you? So I think that is the basic crux that I would tell to everyone who's facing this challenge right now, that look within. You don't need anything outside. Your external validation, people will not tell you how beautiful you are, or how ugly you are, or how tall or short you are, or whatever. People should not tell you, and people will not tell you. It's about you. If you believe in yourself, आप माउंट क्या बोलते हैं उसको, पहाड़ भी हिला सकते हो, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, एंड इट्स एब्सोल्युटली डूएबल. we've had many success stories in our history, in our culture, in right now as well. There are so many people, despite having no resources, they have achieved multiple successes in their lives, only and only because of this. Like there's a audio called Strangest Secret in the World. Gargi would know that, right? All Nightingale says, our mind is the biggest unexplored territory in the world. I'll repeat that. Our mind is the biggest unexplored territory in the world. मतलब आपके दिमाग में इतनी शक्ति है कि वो किसी चीज को नहीं भी है तो भी उसको क्रिएट कर सकता है. राइट. सो आपको सिर्फ वो शक्ति को टैप ऑन करना है, उसको सिर्फ याद दिलाना है कि हाँ, मेरे अंदर वो शक्ति है, हमारे अंदर वो शक्ति है, आपको बाहर जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. The day when you start telling yourself, look into your mirror early morning, tell yourself, I am good enough, I can do this, I am good enough, I can manifest whatever I want, and then work towards it. आपका नैरेटिव ना, हम ये चीज मैं भी मानती हूँ कि बिकॉज द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन आवर माउथ एंड आवर ईयर्स इज द लीस्ट. दुनिया आपको क्या बोलेगी वो तो बाद में, आप जो अपने आप को बोलते हो ना, वो नैरेटिव अच्छा होना चाहिए. एंड इवन इफ यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम, फेक इट टिल यू मेक इट. नो प्रॉब्लम. Keep telling yourself, look in the mirror and say, you can't. I've done this exercise with some of my earlier batch people, Gargi. Uh, जब ना ऐसा कुछ इंस्टेंस होता था हमारे ऑफिस में, मैं एक बहुत पहले की बात कर रही हूँ. व्हेन वी हैड आई वाज इनटू सेल्स. ओके, बैक देन आई वाज अ सेल्स मैनेजर, एंड आई डू नॉट नो अबाउट दीस एनएलपी कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड ऑल. आई जस्ट शेयर विद यू बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट. सेल्स में ना बहुत रोना धोना होता है. अगर आपके टारगेट्स अचीव नहीं हुए तो बहुत चिल्लम चिल्ली होती है. मैनेजर्स आर लिटरली शाउटिंग ऑन टॉप ऑफ देयर वॉइस, एंड आई वाज वन ऑफ द मैनेजर्स. But I would never shout at people, but yeah, I was also forced. I was also very under pressure, and people would be like really really upset because they would stretch hours and things like that. So मैंने न्यू ईयर के बाद इसी टाइम के आसपास आई हैड गॉन टू गोवा फॉर माय न्यू ईयर ट्रिप, एंड आई हैड गॉट फॉर माय टीम ऑफ 10 people, आई हैड गॉट those small small mirrors. Okay, small pocket size mirrors जो आपके डेस्क पे मैंने उनके चिपका दिया था. 2nd January when we came back to office, I put the mirror on their desk. And to tell you what, in the first month we topped the chart. My team topped the chart in the entire contact center, and we did the maximum sales, and we continued that legacy after that. The only reason was because of the mirror. You know why? Because you cannot see yourself crying, frowning, making bad faces, grumping on the mirror, right? You will always, when you see the mirror, क्या होएगा? Instinctively आप smile करोगे. You'll smile ear to ear, right? So वो आपका जो, yeah, even if you are feeling like crying, you'll wipe off your tears. You can't see yourself. सो वो एक जो नैरेटिव था, आपको अपना नैरेटिव हमेशा स्ट्रांग रखना है, पॉजिटिव रखना है. दुनिया तो बोलती रहेगी, बोलने दो. अपना नैरेटिव को पॉजिटिव रखिए. आई थिंक दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप टू any self healing, I would say. And then obviously there are coaches like me, there are coaches like Gargi who can help you. And I would say seeking for help is also a big responsibility. If you feel that नहीं हो पा रहा है, कोई जरूरत नहीं है यार. मतलब क्यों हमको वो बनना है, ब्रह्मा बनना है कि हम सब कुछ खुद ही कर लेंगे? It's okay. There are people who are there to help you, legitimately certified people. Please reach out and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Awesome. Loving the conversation. Like, I have met you in TTT in Pooja ma'am's programs also, but this is the first time that I'm talking with you in a very deep way. So thank you so much for coming on the show, because the kind of every word that you're saying, it's truly, like making an impact straight to the core. Like, so thank you for, the way you are explaining. My next question to you is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Where do I see myself? I see myself in the next 5 years. I see as myself as Siddharth Rajshekhar, my mentor.
Okay.
uh, yeah, no, I mean, I don't see myself at any particular pedestal. I just see myself going places. Obviously, there is no going back. So I see myself helping a lot of people. I see myself doing very good for myself, for my children, for my family. So I'm a single mother. I have two children. So I see myself doing a lot of things for them, settling them up. And yeah, I think I'm a very mediocre person. I don't have any luxurious fancy things in my life that I want to do. But yeah, in I just want to be a better version of myself so that I can now I've realized that this is my true potential. I can help people. I can change lives. I can impact lives. So I really want to do that more and more and more in the next 5 years, 10 years, till whatever time I'm alive. And I enjoy doing that. I want to do a lot of training, a lot of coaching. सो आई डोंट काइंड ऑफ पुट अ बेंचमार्क क्योंकि मैं किसी की तरह नहीं बनना चाहती मैं जो हूँ वो ही बहुत अच्छी हूँ
Amazing, great. The thing that you put up में जो बहुत अच्छी हो, I think this is something that everyone needs to learn, because a lot of people, they compare themselves when they see other people moving up. They kind of compare themselves whenever they feel that they are lacking something in their life. And वो एक तरह से what I have seen in people is they have this kind of thing that they want to also grow, but something is pulling them from behind, which is not like they are not able to cope up. So any
Correct.
last three things that you would like to tell people to help them, like manifest their own dreams or live a magical life?
Live a magical life, just be happy. Just okay, since we are entering into the new year, I would just want to say that just be happy. I think ये हम बहुत कम करते हैं लाइफ में. हम बहुत चीजों को what if syndrome जो है ना, what if ये नहीं हुआ, what if वो नहीं हुआ, फ्यूचर के बारे में हम बहुत सोचते हैं, ओवर थिंक करते हैं. I think a lot of problems arise from that. So I think one of the things that I have done in my life, and one of the things that I would propose to everyone, is just be happy, just enjoy every moment and be childlike as much as possible. I mean, age is just a number. I mean, I will be the best person to say I don't look my age. I am 42. I don't look my age. A lot of people tell me, and I don't want to look my age, because I'm literally enjoying every phase of my life with my children, with my younger friends, with my colleagues, everything. And that makes me alive. That makes me happy. So just be happy, just be in the moment. Don't think about future too much. And I think exploring new things, exploring yourself, challenging yourself. हर एक महीना कुछ नया सीखो. अभी हम 2024 में जा रहे हैं, तो हर एक महीने एक टारगेट दे दो, कुछ नया सीखो, कुछ भी. मतलब you can learn guitar, you can learn painting. I mean, I'm a bad painter. One of the things I want to do is I want to learn painting. I'm pathetic in that. So anything यार, कुछ भी सीखो, कोई नया लैंग्वेज सीख लो. उससे क्या होता है, सी साइंटिफिकली ऑल्सो आपका माइंड ना रीवायर जल्दी हो जाता है. अब क्या है, अब हम वो बात कर रहे थे कि हम लोग नेगेटिव में क्यों रहते हैं, विक्टिम माइंडसेट में क्यों रहते हैं. वो इसलिए क्योंकि हम अपने माइंड को ज्यादा काम नहीं करवाते. Scientifically proven, a maximum the mind has all any human mind has worked is only 10% of its caliber, right? So we are not utilizing our so-called mind so much as it should be. So I am just saying that, do all these impromptu jumpy things. कुछ ऐसा करो जो आपने नहीं किया है. Sky diving, do some adventure stuff, do some physical activities, do something which you've not done ever in your life, which will give your mind an indication कि हाँ, ये भी मैं कर सकता हूँ. तो जब ये छोटी छोटी चीजें कर सकते हैं ना, तो ये बड़ी चीज भी कर सकते हैं कि गेट इनटू अ हैबिट. वो एक पैटर्न बन जाता है. आपका माइंड आपको कन्विंस करेगा फिर कि हाँ, ये पॉसिबल है. सो आई थिंक वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट यू कैन डू इन दिस न्यू ईयर इज do something new every single day and just be happy. And टेंशन मत लो यार. I mean, life है, छोटी है, जितनी है अच्छा अच्छा करो. And I think if we really manifest, we will be all successful. And there is enough. Okay, one more thing I'd like to say is people get very worked up with the thing कि वो कोच है, मैं भी कोच बन जाऊंगा तो क्या होगा, वो वुमेन कोच है तो मैं भी वुमेन कोच बनूंगी तो क्या होगा. I think what I would want to say to everyone, and particularly my coaching community, because a lot of them also would be watching and hearing this, is that there is enough room and space for everyone. Trust me. There is whole lot of people across the world and there are enough problems across the world. अगर हम सारे के सारे भी coaches trainers बन जाए ना तभी भी कम पड़ेगा. So don't get worked up on that. Just do your bit. Just focus on doing whatever you're doing at the best version. Just learn yourself and grow. Yeah, don't do like a fixated thing, you know, कि भाई हमको सिर्फ पैसा कमाने के लिए करना है. फिर उससे क्या होता है ना, लोगों का विश्वास खराब हो जाता है कोच के लिए या किसी के लिए भी. So don't do that. Do your genuine self. If you really genuinely want to help people, work on yourself and be that, and there will be enough room and space for everyone to make their mark in the world. That's all.
Awesome. Loving this conversation. I am sure that people who are going to watch this, they are going to feel everything as a balloon that you are sharing. So like my last question to you is like every guest who comes on the Gargi Arya show, I always ask them that like if suppose this was your last day on the earth and if God would have come to you and asked you, and there would be so many, all the millions of people in this world would be there in front of you, and God is asking you to share that one message with the world before you leave, so what would that be right now?
One message. My life is a big message. No, I will tell. It's a very tricky question. I haven't ever thought about it. But
Yes.
one of my dreams, Gargi, is to write my own autobiography. Okay. So I
Okay.
will tell him because I feel that my life is, and some people know some bits of it, and there's much more to this. And why I'm saying that, it's not like I'm a super whatever, but I think every episode of my life is really some message to show to everyone, as a child, as a young girl, as a mother, as a wife, etc., etc., and now as an entrepreneur. So I will tell him, give me some time to write my book and आप पब्लिश कर दो, उसके बाद मुझे ले जाओ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तो
Oh.
या तो मुझे टाइम दे दो, या तो मुझे फटाफट कोई ऐसा बिठा दो मेरे साथ में कि मैं फटाफट अपनी नरेशन कर दूं, एंड आई कैन पब्लिश माय बुक. उसके बाद I don't have a problem. I mean, my entity is there, right, on the earth. I mean, I'll
Yes.
physically be there on the earth as Swati Arora. उसके बाद take me away, no problem. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So, one lesson we learned from what you shared also is that everyone has a story and that their story matters. So,
Absolutely.
great. So, before we conclude this like show, I just wanted to ask like if someone wants to connect with you or if someone wants to join your program or community, what are the steps they need to follow? First is Instagram.
First is Instagram,
Yes.
yeah. The other is, so I do webinars, career elevation webinars, masterclass every Wednesday and Sunday. So I do that,
Okay.
and that will also be available on my Instagram profile. Because for the TEDx event, I had taken a little pause, but now I'm going to restart again. So I do that. You can attend my webinar, which is a free webinar, and this is for working professionals only who are
Okay.
looking to grow up the ladder. Yeah, I mean, working professionals could be 2 years work experience to 20 years, 25 years as well. उसमें कोई कैपिंग नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ, अगर आप स्टूडेंट हैं तो शायद वो आपके लिए कम्युनिटी नहीं है, बिकॉज इज अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल कम्युनिटी. द कम्युनिटी नेम इज एक्शन टेकर्स हब. सो वंस यू join my webinar, you get access to my community. If you enroll for the program, you get access to my community. It's a lifetime access community where I come live every week and I do sessions. So that's like yeah, and those sessions are all career oriented, mindset shift sessions, how to eradicate procrastination, ये सारी चीजें जो हमने बताई है, गोल सेटिंग, ये पूरा मेरा एक मास्टर क्लास. तो ये सारे सेशंस हमारे पेड कम्युनिटी मेंबर्स अटेंड करते हैं. So you can join one of my webinars, which is upcoming very soon, and the link will be available on my Instagram, or you can DM me. I can send the link to you, and you can join. I would love to help people who are, career professionals who are really looking for growing up the ladder and want to go do fast. Like, I have that कीड़ा in me, जो करना है जल्दी करो लाइफ में, तो
Yes.
वो आपको मैं हेल्प करा सकती हूँ. ठीक है.
Awesome. So everyone in the who is watching this, so your action step now, our job is done. Your action step is going to be first follow her on Instagram. Second, do register for her masterclass. This is not even a trailer, I would say, because this is just a teaser of what she does in her big theater, right? So I would love for you to join her masterclass. See, like if you are able to resonate, jump up in her community, Action Takers Hub, and I'm sure the kind of transformation that you are going to feel in her community is like simply magical. So thank you so much everyone for being here. The one message I would like to give you is, if you watch the whole thing, I want you to really comment down your key takeaways in the chat box, in the comment section. And also, this is, like Siddharth Rajshekar always says, that knowing plus not implementing equals to not knowing. So even if you gain the knowledge but you are not going to take action over it, remember, nothing is going to change for the better, right? So do take action over it. Do join the Action Takers Hub by Swati Arora ma'am. And thank you so much for being here on the show. It was simply an honor and pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Gargi. It was lovely to be here with you, and thank you so much. You've been a wonderful host and a lot of powerful questions. So thank you so much for that. Have
Thank
a
you so
great day.
much.
Have a great
Bye.
life ahead and have a wonderful year ahead as well. Thank you.
Yes.
Take care. Bye bye.